Kim. Stretch it out. Please give a big hand for none other than Kim Wee.
Can y'all see me? I'm down here. I'm not 6'4", I'm 5'2".
Can you get on stage?
All right. Okay, I'm on. I couldn't sleep all night last night because I was trying to decide when to come. About 2 years ago, when we started 3, my dad fell and broke his right femur and had a surgery. So at the very beginning, while I was building 3, taking care of my dad, I didn't want my dad to be in a nursing home. So I moved back to the house, to the other home I owned. And for 1 year, I watched my dad and nursed him back to health. A couple of days ago, like Daniel shared a story, at 99 years old, in the middle of the night, refused to go to sleep. At 12:30 in the morning, he wanted to make fermented cucumber. And he couldn't reach for the sugar, so he got a dining chair and climbed up and fell. So after surgery, it saw him last night, and I knew he wanted me to be home. He wanted me to be at the nursing facility for post-surgery recovery. So I have a choice to make. What do I do? I want him first, make sure he's stable. So I changed my flight. I was supposed to be here yesterday. So I canceled my flight and I changed it to Friday. But this morning something tells me I needed to be here. This is like what Daniel talked about. It's the birthing of a baby, 2 years old. There's something very unique and special here. That this evening, Daniel as a CEO, Dr. Dan as a Chief Scientific Officer, pour their heart out. That you have a CEO that's investing everything for a platform so that people around the world can have an opportunity. You have a man right here whose whole life mission is to make an impact through his knowledge, through his education, through his life experiences, to develop product, to make an impact. And like what Dr. Dan said, we don't want to let you down. We started this project a little over 2 years ago. I came because I don't want to let anyone down. It's very rare in a business opportunity that you get to see corporate with a heart like they do. And you get to see the field leadership with a heart that we do here in this room. And so as Daniel talked about, the theme of this event is belief. What would that belief come from? I could tell you that after 32 years being in this industry, what came to me today was 3 words. The ever-encompassing, the seed that forms and germinates belief, are 3 words that came to me. First is awareness. those of us that are here at this event, you are aware. There's something, there's an inkling in you that's aware of what's happening around the world. Think about how the last couple of years, how human beings were impacted. Yes, there were breakthrough in technology, there were breakthrough in science. At the same time, there's something calling us, all of us humanity, to come together, to stay aware, to be alert of what's happening. We are at the pivotal, the precipice of shift in humanity. So that awareness, I know that most of people in their whole lifetime are seeking for opportunity, looking for ways to change their life. But when an opportunity knocks on their door, they will not awaken enough, they were not aware of what's available. For those of us that say yes, it begins with the awareness. Awareness of not only what's happening outside, but what's happening within you. So the first word is awareness. And I think that this weekend, this next couple of days, through this event, this convention, this whole thing called belief, starts with that seed called awareness of who you are, who we truly are on this planet Earth. And the second word that came to mind was choice. We all have a choice to make in life. You made a choice to be here. I made a choice to be here. But when you made a choice to be here, make that choice. Truly decide and determine, because for that is the seed of the prerequisite of belief. That choice that, you know what, I'm going to own my life. I am going to do what it takes to manifest the dreams. I'm going to do what it takes to bring out the best, to live the best version of yourself. And that's a choice. And I believe the next couple of days in this convention, you get to hear from many people. When they share with you what's in their hearts, when they share with you their experiences, their journey, and what got them to where they are, that you too will make that choice. What are the odds? 46 years ago, I was 14 years old when my parents took us from Hong Kong coming to America. So I lived here 46 years. I was educated here. And when we first came here to America, I didn't speak a word of English. I went to high school here, got educated here, went to university, graduated. But when we first came here, Mom and Dad only had borrowed money to buy airfare, only had $2,000 in their pockets, with 4 girls to feed. Didn't know where they're gonna find a job. Now, fast forward that, 46 years later, what are the odds for an immigrant coming to this country with nothing to be able to manifest the abundance that's around me? I love what Daniel shared, what his friend shared with him about America. I love this country, for it is so abundant with opportunity. But it does summon that courage from each and every single one of us to make that choice, to be aware of what's happening in your life. If you are not totally satisfied, if there's something that you're not content with, well, do something about it. Make that choice. Make that choice, because we too, this is the most beautiful country. That America is the home of the brave. This is us. It starts right at home. Daniel talked about making this a $300 million in the United States, just the US alone. I can tell you, US alone, we can become a $1 billion company. Each and every single one of us in this room, either you or through you, we will shape the future of 3. Will you summon that courage and make that choice? Would you? If you knew you can manifest abundance and live your dream as it shall be, would you do it? Would you do it for you? Would you do it for your family, for your kids, and for your parents? You have to make that decision. The number 3 word that came to mind was a word called warrior. A warrior in life. Not for 3, for your life. Many people casually just live through life. You know, there's a saying, when you live life casually, we become casualty of life. What would it be? How do you become a warrior? Number 1, you gotta be willing to be different. Be a difference thinker, be a difference maker. When the whole world, maybe your relatives, your friends, they do not see what you see, and say it is okay. It is okay to be different. I remember my 32 years in the very beginning, when I first got into this industry. All the friends that went to UCLA with me, all the friends that I graduated from undergrad at UC, I went to UC Irvine, I went to Cal State LA, and then I went to UCLA for my postgraduate studies. And I remember some of my friends that went to UCLA, they would laugh, flew to my face. They were like, look at Kim, she's been unemployed too long. She's got into this pyramid business. Look at her, she's been unemployed too long. And you know, it was at that time I held my head up high. I didn't care what they were saying about me because I knew who I was. I don't lie, I don't cheat, I don't steal. I'm an honest entrepreneur. That's what you gotta hold in your heart. And be a difference thinker, be a difference maker. Second, be disruptive. Think about the whole world. Think about the science. Think about invention. If everybody think of the same old thing, there won't be no breakthrough in this world. You gotta think different. Be disruptive in this industry. Be disruptive. I love about Daniel because he thinks differently. He's disruptive. We are the innovator in this industry. You know, my 32 years, I never look at, who's who and who's what. I only knew what I need to do my thing and be me and do me and live the best version of yourself. 3D. Number 1 D is the difference maker. Be different. Second is disruptive. If your friend tells you da-di-da-di-da, that's their thing and that's not your thing. I always pride myself to think differently. Mom and dad has 4 girls. I'm number 2 of 4. My entire career of 32 years. Guess how many of my sisters joined me? That's not 3, that's 0. In the beginning, it wasn't a pretty 0. In the beginning, it was pretty harsh 0. Kim is a dreamer. She only dreams. She only has all these grandiose ideas. And I said, why not? Dreams are free. So the number 3, D, is what Daniel talked about. Disciplined. You want to be a warrior? You're going to discipline. Discipline yourself. Think about this. How many of you work a job or know of people that work a job? Show of hands. Now this leadership, all the hands should go up. You work a job and know people work a job, right? Were they disciplined? Somehow, somewhat they were disciplined. Going to work every day. Now when it comes to your own dream, why wouldn't you be disciplined? Why wouldn't you be disciplined to something that you're passionate about? Daniel talk about discipline. There are people that are very disciplined going to work, going to the gym. And I am 100% dedicated and disciplined to my dream. For when you do and pursue your passion, not only making an impact to your own life, by doing so, you're making an impact. You could make an impact to the world. At age 58, 2 years ago, a calling came to start something like this. I didn't know how we're going to find a CEO. I didn't know what product that was. And a group of us, there's 40 of us, from a previous platform, that we decided to walk away from our income. That I will guarantee you, in the business world, the kind of income that we're able, blessed to generate, that most people will make that in a lifetime. We're blessed to make that in a month. We chose to walk away without knowing the name of the company, without knowing the product, nor the compensation plan. We said yes. We said yes, not to an opportunity. We said yes for a choice to go make an impact to the world. And I couldn't be more grateful of finding an incredible CEO like Mr. Daniel Pico. This is far, I mean, you're gonna learn a lot of exciting stuff this weekend. That I will say that it will no longer be a business. This is a live passion, a live purpose of making positive impact around the world. And when Daniel brought Dr. Dan, I tell you, I remember the first time I met Dr. Dan. At that time I was vegan. And I told Dr. Dan, I don't like capsules. I don't take capsules. And you know, one of the things I wanted to help, what the calling that came was to help detoxify the body. The things that we inhale in this earth, the things that we've been eating, I was looking for something to help detoxify. And you know, Dr. Dan didn't know what that calling was. And the first product that Dr. Dan gave me to try was a little green capsule, Purify. Now I said, Dr. Dan, I don't need to detox because I'm very healthy. I don't put any foreign object in my body. But I tell you what, just because I trusted him, I didn't know the science and all this stuff, because that green thing, don't worry about it. It's made of chlorophyll. And I could tell you, I took that, and the next morning, I had a beautiful experience. So I know the product worked. I know we had a winner. So all in all, I want to say I'm very grateful. Like Daniel says, each and every single one of you, whether you build a business or not, I'm grateful for your trust, for your love, for purchasing our product. Because every purchase you make, every product you take of changing your own, improving your own vitality, you're also helping making a difference and sharing that story around the world. And I could tell you, Daniel, when we do 300 million in the United States, you can do your own math without payout. Imagine how much commission that will go out to the field. Just do your own. Some of you know what I'm talking about. Do our payout ratio, and whatever the payout ratio of percentage times the sales that comes in, do your own math. This is, in my opinion, this is the biggest abundance shift that has ever landed in humanity, right here, for people like us. It's been said that network marketing is an average person's best chance. And I'm the living story of that. An immigrant coming to this country, get to live my dream. I remember 46 years ago when we came to America, Mom and Dad, we had a 1-bedroom apartment with 4 girls. Mom and Dad in the bedroom, 4 girls were living in the living room on a blanket. Years later, I had the blessings of owning more homes than I can even lived in. This is not to brag, but to share with you a journey of a humble human with a dream, with the awareness and the choice that I made in being a warrior in life. And this weekend, I hope you take it to heart with these 3 things. Open your heart, trust. People like Daniel, like myself, were very blessed financially. My husband would say, Kim, why do you have to work this hard? I have never seen you work this hard. The whole time we've been together for 26, 28 years, he was, I have never ever seen you work so hard. I probably gave him way more money than I made. So far in 3. But it just gave me so much joy. In closing, I want to share this story with you. I don't think I told this story yet, because it just happened. And at the end of May, I decided to give myself the biggest gift. Time to unplug, time to reset. I flew to Peru. I flew from LA to Lima. From Lima, I catch a small plane. I went to a small town called Tarapoto in Peru. From Tarapoto, took a bus, drove about 3 hours. The bus went on a barge, crossed a river, then drove another hour, then change car to a 4-wheel drive, and then a 4-wheel drive another hour to the jungles of the Amazon. I spent 2 weeks there without electricity, obviously without hot water, with no hair dryer, no telephone, no salt, no oil, eating as plain, as real as a human should be, in the high jungle of the Amazon for 2 weeks. And what part of that journey, what came to me was this: I am destined to do this work. I chose this platform as much as the platform chose me. We are destined to do this, Daniel. When you are chosen to do this and you chose to honor your work, it's the most beautiful thing. And that's why I told my dad, I said, Father, I have to fly out this morning, I'll come home Sunday. So I hope that you feel through this leadership talk, sharing, that you feel our heart. Daniel, Dr. Dan, look at the corporate team. And I knew Daniel would say, come as you are. And this is how I like to dress these days. You know, before I made money, I would like spend all my money in designer stuff, and bling bling, and the designer handbags, and the shoes, the watches, and jewelries. Now you don't find me wear anything. I mean, I wear something. So, and I think that it is so prophetic in a way that we come as we are, because we want you to see who we really are. So I hope that you see our heart, and I'm very grateful for your presence, and I'm super excited for what's about to come in this Believe Convention. Thank you so very much.